Here are some memorable words from Harry S. Truman. No headings or numbers, just the quotes themselves. It is amazing what you can accomplish if you do not care who gets the credit. You want a friend in Washington? Get a dog. If you can't convince them, confuse them. When you have an efficient government, you have a dictatorship. America was not built on fear. America was built on courage, on imagination and an unbeatable determination to do the job at hand. There is nothing new in the world except the history you do not know. Richard Nixon is a no-good, lying bastard. He can lie out of both sides of his mouth at the same time. I never did give anybody hell. I just told the truth and they thought it was hell. It's a recession when your neighbor loses his job. It's a depression when you lose yours. A leader in the Democratic Party is a boss. In the Republican Party he is a leader. Actions are the seed of fate. Deeds grow into destiny. In reading the lives of great men, I found that the first victory they won was over themselves. Self-discipline with all of them came first. The reward of suffering is experience. You can always amend a big plan, but you can never expand a little one. I don't believe in little plans. You can never get all the facts from just one newspaper. Without a strong educational system, democracy is crippled. Knowledge is not only key to power. It is the citadel of human freedom. Not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers. A pessimist is one who makes difficulties of his opportunities, and an optimist is one who makes opportunities of his difficulties. The unfettered soul of a free man offers a spiritual defense unconquered and unconquerable. A pessimist is one who makes difficulties of his opportunities. When even one American is forced by fear to shut his mind and close his mouth, then all Americans are in peril. It is through generous giving that we affirm our nation's faith in the inalienable right of every man to a life of freedom, justice and security. Being a president is like riding a tiger. A man has to keep riding or he is swallowed. One of the difficulties with all our institutions is the fact that we've emphasized the reward instead of the service. Suppose you were an idiot. And suppose you were a Republican. But I repeat myself, show me a man that gets rich by being a politician, and I'll show you a crook. My choice early in life was either to be a piano player in a whorehouse or a politician. And to tell the truth, there's hardly any difference. Once a government is committed to the principle of silencing the voice of opposition, it has only one way to go. No government is perfect. One of the chief virtues of a democracy, its defects are always visible and under democratic processes can be pointed out and corrected. Nothing is more essential to the future peace of the world than continued cooperation of the nations. Whenever you have an efficient government, you have a dictatorship. A president cannot always be popular. Always be sincere, even if you don't mean it. I felt like the moon, the stars and all the planets had fallen on me. Don't see how a country can produce such men as Robert E. Lee, and at the same time produce Custers, Pattons and MacArthurs. My favorite animal is the mule. He has more sense than a horse. He knows when to stop eating, and when to stop working. To be President of the United States is to be lonely, very lonely at times of great decisions. Within the first few months I discovered that being a president is like riding a tiger. Italics and spacing are preserved, exactly as he spoke or wrote. Let me know if you'd like more or want them grouped by theme. Here are more powerful Truman quotes. Just the words, no headings or numbers. Do your best, history will do the rest. Never use two words when one will do best. There is no indispensable man in a democracy. Being a president is like riding a tiger. A man has to keep on riding or be swallowed. To be President of the United States is to be lonely, very lonely at times of great decisions. Sincerity is the most difficult part of public life. It should be standard quality, but it is usually not. Fame is a vapor. Popularity is an accident. Riches take wings. Those who cheer today may curse tomorrow, and only one thing endures: character. Imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. The truth is all I want for history. Criticism is something a president gets every day, just like breakfast. Saying, "The buck stops here." I have found the best way to give advice to your children is to find out what they want and then advise them to do it. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. I learned that good judgment comes from experience and that experience grows out of mistakes. A bureaucrat is a Democrat who holds some office that a Republican wants. Never have I seen such a sorrowful sight. I hope for a swift end to this war, but I fear that the machines are ahead of morals by some centuries. Let me know if you want even more. Here are more quotes. Just the words. 3 things can ruin a man: power, money, and women. I never wanted power. I never had any money, and the only woman in my life is up at the house right now. Whether discrimination is based on race, or creed, or color, or land of origin, it is utterly contrary to American ideals of democracy. I never sit on a fence. I am either on one side or another. My own sympathy has always been with the little fellow, the man without advantages. My definition of a leader in a free country is a man who can persuade people to do what they don't want to do and like it. Good name and honor are worth more than all the gold and jewels ever mined. I'd rather have lasting peace in the world than be president. I wish for peace, I work for peace, and I pray for peace continually. Once a government is committed to the principle of silencing the voice of opposition, it has only one way to go, and that is down the path of increasingly repressive measures. The president is always abused. If he isn't doing anything. A man's rights rest in 3 boxes: the ballot box, the jury box, and the cartridge box. It's a tough job, but someone has to do it. He who cannot stand the heat should stay out of the kitchen. The only thing new in the world is the history you do not know. You can't get rich in politics unless you're a crook. The best way to give advice to your children is to find out what they want and then advise them to do it. We must stand ready to face any challenge. The world is not going to be saved by legislation. All we can do is keep trying. Perseverance is the hard work you do after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did. If you'd like more, or want them organized by theme or era, just say the word.